Sometimes I'm selfish, get jealous. I feel a little helpless. My whole world has shifted again. You made a promise, I kept it. Now I'm second guessing.
When you woke up the next morning and got yourself more or less in order, you felt surprisingly good. Standing in front of the mirror, you tried telling yourself that you simply had to live your life, get all your matter in order, and start forgetting about the weeks you had spent in Jeju and Japan. You had breakfast, rummaged through your closet and the stuff you had brought yesterday, looking for something to wear in the evening, and headed to the spa. You know what? I think I want to have some real fun today, you said as you both left home. Do we have a hairdresser set for today? Ayu sent you a lordly look. Do you think I know how to do my hair on my own? Sure, we have. She said with a laugh as you locked the door. Your visit to the spa was something of a ritual you indulge in every so often. Peels, massages, facials, nails, hairdressers, and finally makeup. When the time came for the final point on your list, you sat down in the chair and Mia, your stylist, rubbed a strand of your hair between her fingers. What do you want me to do, Ryan? Purple and pink, you said simply. Ayu jumped on her chair. A wolf cut with the bangs bit longer. What? Ayu cried out so loud that all the other women turned their heads to look at you both. Are you out of your mind? You've gone crazy. Mia laughed, running her hand through your hair. Ayu collapsed back to the chair, shaking her head with disbelief. Ready? Mia said after 2 hours, looking satisfied with her work. The effect was breathtaking. You looked young, fresh, and beautiful. Ayu stood behind you, staring at you with one brow raised. Alright, I was wrong. You look awesome. Now come on, we have a party to go to. She grabbed you by the arm and pulled you to the car.
Are you listening?
You waved at the waitress and ordered. A while later, she came back with an ice-filled bucket with a bottle of drink. Seeing that, Ayu jumped to her feet.
Yeah.
Nice, she cried, grabbing a glass. After downing half the bottle, you went to the dance floor, moving to the rhythm, fooling around. Your gorgeous shoes weren't exactly comfortable, so after 3 songs, you had to go back to the table. On your way there, you felt someone putting their hand on your shoulder. Hi! You turned around and saw Suho. You jerked away and stood rigid, glaring at him hatefully. Where were you all this time? He asked. Can we talk? You could see the photos Jimin had shown you. Back then, all you wanted to do was to rip Suho apart, but you stopped caring. I have nothing to say to you, you replied and turned your back on him, heading toward your couch. He wouldn't surrender that easily, though, and a second later he caught up with you. Please, Vian, just give me a moment. You sat down and glowered at him, sipping your drink silently. That taste made you feel stronger. You can't tell me anything I don't already know. I talked to Sehun. Please let me explain. I'll leave you be after that. Despite all the anger and disgust you had felt after seeing those photos, you decided he deserved an opportunity to tell you his version of events. Okay, but not here. Wait a minute. You went down to the dance floor and caught Ayu explaining the situation. She wasn't surprised or angry. She had already managed to find a replacement for you in the form of a charming man. Go, she called. I don't think I'm coming back tonight, so don't wait up. You went back to Suho and nodded at him, signaling that you could leave now. When we were outside, he led me to the parking lot and let me in his car. You're not here to party, I assume. I came here for you, he replied and shut the door. We drove across the city and I knew where he was taking me. You look amazing with that haircut, Vian, he said quietly, looking at me. I ignored him. His opinion was of no interest to me. I kept my eyes on the window. Suho pressed a button on his garage gate control and we drove inside. He parked the car and we took the stairs up. When I stopped by the door to his apartment, I nearly fainted. Even this place, not once seen by Jimin, reminded me of him. Want something to drink? Suho asked, going to the fridge. I sat down on the sofa, feeling uncomfortable. I had a strange feeling that I was acting against the will of Jimin, breaking his ban by seeing Suho. If he saw us together now, he'd kill him. I think water will do best now. Suho decided, handing me a glass. I'll tell you everything and you'll do whatever you want. I settled on the couch and gestured for him to start. When you ran away, I realized you were right. I went after you. One of the hotel staff stopped me at the reception, saying there was a serious malfunction of something in our room and that they needed my key to get inside. When we finished checking the alarm, it turned out it was only an error in the system and that everything was fine. I ran outside and looked for you until it got dark. I was sure I'd find you. I thought you hadn't gone far. That's why I didn't go back for my phone immediately. And when I finally got back to call you, there was that letter in my room. All the things you wrote, they were right. Suho dropped his head and started to play with his fingers. I ordered drinks to the room and called Sihon. I don't know if it was because of all the worrying or the hangover from the day before, but I felt drunk after the first one. He raised his eyes and looked into mine. Believe it or not, I don't remember anything else. When we got up the next day, Lisa told me what I did. I wanted to throw up. Suho took a deep breath and dropped his head again. And when I thought it couldn't get any worse, reception told us we had to leave the hotel because our credit cards bounced. So we left the island. That whole vacation was cursed. Everything went wrong. When he was finished, I hid my face in my hands and sighed. I knew everything he was saying sounded absurd. But with a little intervention on the part of Jimin, it could all have happened. All of a sudden, I wasn't sure who I was angrier with, Jimin for engineering this farce, or Suho for allowing himself to be mixed up in it. Does that change anything? I asked after a while. That you don't remember with that girl. Besides, the truth is that our expectations for our relationship were just too different. You wanted to have your cake and eat it too, and I'll always need more attention than you're willing or able to give me. Suho slid off the couch, kneeling in front of me. Why? He said, taking my hands. You're right. You're absolutely right. But during those weeks, I realized how much I loved you. I don't want to lose you. I'll do anything to prove to you that I can change. I stared at him, dumbfounded, feeling the drink I had rising in my throat. I don't feel too good, I muttered, getting up from the sofa and stumbling toward the bathroom. I threw up long enough to completely empty my stomach. I was sick of that day and that conversation. I left the bathroom and tried putting on my shoes. I'm going home, I called, pushing my feet into the shoes. Not going to happen. You can't go like that, he said, snatching my bag from my hands. Suho, please. I was growing impatient. I want to go home. All right, but allow me to drive you. He wouldn't accept my refusal. We drove out of the garage and he turned his head to look at me, a silent question in his eyes. Right, he didn't know my new dress. Turn left, I mumbled, waving a hand. Then go right and straight ahead. 10 minutes later, we arrived. Thank you, I said, grabbing the handle, but the door didn't budge. I'll walk you to the door. I'd like to be sure you've arrived safely. We took the elevator up. I really needed to be alone by now. It's here, I said, pushing the key into the lock. Thank you for your help. I'll manage on my own now. Suho didn't want to hear it. As soon as I opened the door, he tried slipping inside with me. What the hell are you doing? Don't you get it? I don't want you around anymore. I growled, stopping at the door. You said what you wanted. Now leave me alone. Bye. I tried closing the door, but Suho's strong hand stopped me. I missed you. Let me in. I let the door go, withdrew inside and switched the light on. Suho, god damn it, I'll call security, I yelled. My ex stood in the door, very still, staring angrily at something behind me. I turned around and my heart nearly burst. Slowly, calmly, Jimin rose from the couch and started walking to the door. Vian seemed to want you out of here, he said, stopping a few inches from Suho. Should I repeat it to you so that you understand? Maybe you'll get it. Suho, tensed and keeping his eyes pinned on Jimin, replied in a low growl. See you around, Vian. Let's keep in touch. He turned away and went to the elevator. As soon as he left, Jimin turned around and faced me. I wasn't sure if this was really happening. Fear and anger struggled for dominance, with happiness and relief in my head. He was here, alive and well. For a long while we stood like that, staring at each other. The tension between us was unbearable. Where have you been? I bellowed suddenly, slapping Jimin in the face hard. Do you have an idea? You goddamn ecomaniac, what I've been through. You think I love fainting out of fear every day? How could you leave me like that? Jesus. Resigned and exhausted, I collapsed to the floor, my back sliding down the wall. You look breathtaking, baby girl, he said, trying to lift me in his arms. That hair. Don't touch me. You won't touch me ever again if you don't explain yourself to me right now. My screaming made Jimin stand straighter. He loomed over me, looking more beautiful than I remembered. Jimin bent over and grabbed me by the arm, standing me up, and slipped his hand under my belly, throwing me over his shoulder, so I dangled head down from his back. My resistance and screaming wouldn't do me any good, so I just surrendered, waiting for his next move. He went through the door to the bedroom and threw me on the bed, quickly pressing his body to mine, blocking any movement I might have tried. You met with him even though I told you you weren't permitted. You know that I killed this man only to make him stop seeing you. I kept quiet. I didn't want to open my mouth, knowing that if I did, I would say more than I wanted. It was late, I was tired and hungry, and this whole situation was simply too much. I'm talking to you, Ryan. I hear you, but I don't want to talk to you, I said quietly. That's even better. The last thing I'm in a mood for is difficult conversations. Jimin replied. I wanted to shove him away, but as soon as I felt his scent, all the days spent without him flashed before my eyes. What I could remember above all was the sadness and the pain. 16, I whispered without breaking the kiss. Jimin stopped and looked at me quizzically. 16, I repeated. That's how many days you owe me, Mr. Park. The dimmed light coming from the living room illuminated his chest, revealing fresh wounds, some still with bandages on them. Oh my God, Jimin! I breathed, screaming from under him. What happened? I softly touched his body, as if trying to magically heal his injuries. I promised I'll tell you everything, but not today, okay? I need you to be well rested, fed, and above all, sober. You're very thin, Ryan.
지금 넌 어디 있어? Well now when you send me you're just for me right now ain't got no time to waste. 취한 거 아니야 난 너의 가슴 팍 타투해. 이미 모르겠지만 그게 날 자꾸 들뜨게 한 맘이. Let me see you do that shit too. 난 착한 내 신드롬 같아 전혀 봐도 돼 그 우울감에 벗어나게 해줄게 벌써. That's the only reason baby come and set the mood. I've been on serious we've been doing 걸 do. Do that baby let me see do that shit too. Keep doing it till I know. 더 크게 소리 질러도 돼. Keep singing 하나 for me do that, do that, do that. 우린 서로를 위로해 음악한 매일 난 너 위에 걸어 make you sweat. Tell me gosh
Tears poured down my cheeks. I was so relieved. This is really happening, I thought, huddling against him. Hey, baby girl, what's going on? Jimin asked, getting off me. I didn't want to talk about it, not now. I only rolled over, facing him, and hugged him tightly, hiding in his arms. He stroked my hair and kissed the tears away until I fell asleep. I woke up as the rays of the sun penetrated the drapes, illuminating the room. With my eyes half closed, I reached to the other side of the bed. He was still there. I shot a glance at him and jumped to my feet, screaming. The sheets were all blood spattered, and Jimin was deadly still. Jimin! I shook him, crying, and rolled him over. He opened his eyes, appearing disoriented. I collapsed back to the mattress, relieved. He took a drowsy look around and trailed a hand across his torso, wiping away the blood. It's nothing, darling. The stitches must have broken, he said, sitting up with a smile. I didn't feel a thing, but we have to get cleaned up. We look like we murdered someone, he added with amusement, running his clean hand through his hair. It's not funny, you snapped and went to the bathroom. You didn't need to wait long for him to join you. This time you were the one who washed him, gently stripping off the blooded patches. When you were finished, you reached for a first aid kit and applied new ones. You need to see a doctor, you said in a commanding voice. Jimin shot you a warm, uncharacteristically submissive look. I'll do whatever you want, but first we need to have breakfast. Your fasting has come to an end, he said, stepping out of the bathtub and placing a kiss on your forehead. You went to the fridge to look for something to eat, but the only things inside were drinks, water, and some juices. Jimin bent over, leaning his face over your shoulder, looking inside the empty fridge. Well, today's menu is rather limited, he said. I haven't been hungry lately, but there's a grocery store downstairs. I bet you'd like to feel like an ordinary human being for a change. Go get us something to eat. I'll make you a list and prepare breakfast, you said, shutting the fridge door. Jimin took a step back and leaned over the kitchen table. As in, do grocery shopping? He asked, frowning. Yes, Mr. Park, groceries, butter, bread and eggs, breakfast. With a chuckle, Jimmy left the kitchen, calling out as he went, "Write me a list." After telling him how to reach the store, which was located in the same building about a dozen feet from the main entrance, you watched him get into the elevator. You suspected it would take him more time than it should, but less than you needed to get yourself made up. You rushed to the bathroom, combed your hair, applied some quick makeup, no makeup look, put on a tracksuit and sat on the couch.